Hello, watch me flip this vanity for a customer. She wants a boho thing, and I'm gonna try some upholstery. First thing I'm going to do is take out the drawers, remove the hardware, and I'm gonna look at the drawers. They're dovetails, so I can like wiggle them around a little bit to see if they need re-glued. Make sure you keep all your hardware and put it in a container. Now I'm going to sand down all of the surfaces that I want to expose that raw wood. I started using a 180 grit and then I moved up to a 220 grit because this is veneer I'm working with and I really don't want to sand through the veneer. Now I'm using a 180 grit and I'm going to scuff sand the rest of the vanity anywhere I'm going to be painting, because this is such a crucial step because you don't want to get all done with your piece and then take your fingernail and the paint just peels right off. So this is very, very important that you sand down your piece. Next, you want to clean your piece. I used a shop vac on the bottom to get all the cobwebs out and spiders. And then I just took Dawn dish soap, water, and a rag and cleaned everything that I was going to paint. When I was cleaning, I noticed that there was quite a bit of veneer that was just kind of peeling away from the wood. So I glued any that I could, and what I couldn't, I just ripped off. And now I'm going to use Bondo to repair it. I prefer using Bondo over any wood fillers because I find it doesn't bubble up like wood filler does, and it dries within 20 minutes, and it just gets super, super hard too, so it's way more durable as well. While the Bondo dries, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the existing hardware. I'm going to be updating them by spray painting them. This color is Sunlit Brass by Rust-Oleum. It's a paint and primer in one, and then I went ahead with a matte clear coat to protect it. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes and the Bondo is completely dry, so I went ahead with a 180 grit and started sanding with my orbital sander. And then I'm going in with this Bullseye Shellac. It's a finish and sealer. It seals the Bondo so well, and when I go to paint this, you're not even going to be able to tell that there was patchwork done. Now I'm mixing up my paint wash. I'm going to be doing this over any raw wood that was exposed that we sanded down earlier. I've got about 70% water, 30% paint. Mix that up. I'm going to be applying the paint wash with a paintbrush. I get these off Amazon. Make sure you apply it with the wood grain. I ended up doing 2 coats total, and I did end up wiping it back after those 2 coats with a clean rag. I repeated the same process on the drawer faces, sides as well. Now that I have it taped off and everything, I'm going to go in with primer. I'm just using a roller. Then I loaded up my paint gun with the same paint that I used for the paint wash, which is Grade Pebble by Dutch Boy, but I'm using it as full strength. I did not water it down at all. I ended up doing 2 coats total. I had a little bit left in my spray gun, so I went ahead and just added my polyurethane. This way, like, the paint is going to tint the polyurethane, so it's basically like a 3rd coat with your protective coat mixed in. After my top coat completely dried, I peeled off the tape. I used the same Varathane polyurethane water base to protect the wood as well. While that was drying, a little blue and black butterfly came in to say hi. Now I'm adding my favorite stencil to the drawer faces and also continue it down the sides. So when you open up the drawer, you've got the stencil on the front and the sides, and it looks flawless. I love using this stencil. I'm using a paintbrush that's specifically for stenciling. I got this a couple years ago, so I don't know exactly where I got it from, but I like to load my paintbrush with the paint lid, whatever is on there, and then I unload it with a paper towel, just dab it on the paper towel, and then I really like to work it into the stencil. This is a thicker stencil, so you do have to be a little rough with it. Now I'm going to be repairing this seat. I did end up using completely different wood and a new cushion and new fabric. This is a wipeable material, so it's perfect for a makeup vanity. And here's how it turned out. I did end up going back and fixing those 2 runs on the top drawer. It was driving me nuts, but I'm obsessed with how this turned out. This was my very first YouTube video, so if you made it this far, thank you. And hopefully I get better at this editing thing. So if you want to see more, subscribe, like, let me know in the comments what you think about this.